welcome back to the channel. I have a thrilling and exciting and informational video for you today. You and me, us together, maybe Phil, we're going to build an H-brace. Now I know what a lot of you are saying. Jay, don't play with us. Don't mess with our minds. That's crazy. I'm dead serious. So let's get to it. I'll show you how. Also, before we do that, I have to set like a gazillion posts. So give me like 10 seconds to do that and I'll be right back with you. Wait, that was boring. Let's try that again. Nothing below here.
Yeah.
When I asked for an intern, Phil, they said you knew what you were doing. Okay, I'm done setting posts. We're gonna get started on this brace. I have adult supervision. Everything is falling in line perfectly. So we've got 2 posts here. Here is the section for the brace. This fence is a temporary fence behind us. It's not part of what we're doing, so just disregard. This is one side of the brace. This is the side that the gate is going to hang on. Now, the important part about bracing a fence is it adds a geometric structure to either the end where the tension is going to be pulling on or where a gate is going to be hanging and it's going to have leverage on that. But this fence doesn't have any tension on it. It's rigid wire panels. So we don't need braces at the corners and the ends, but we do have gates that we're going to hang on it, and they need that extra structure. So we're going to take these 2 posts here, put a cross brace between and a tension wire across to create that structure and give that gate strength so it'll last a long time instead of sagging over time or needing a wheel on the end or something weird like that. I'm going to jump right into setting the posts first. We're going to set the gate side of the post really heavily in the ground. We're going to do a dirt set, water, and then a whole bag of concrete, and that's going to be really solid and stay there firmly. The other side we're going to need to be able to move, so don't set that too heavily. It's just going to be a little bit of dirt to keep the base from moving around, but we still want to be able to rock it back and forth. I'm going to start by drilling one end of this, and then I'll put it into the post and measure. I'll scribe it instead of using a tape measure. It's a lot more accurate if you just get everything lined up and level and then scribe it. That way you don't make a mistake and it's all fit together properly. You want the drill bit to be a little bit bigger than your brace pin. This is a brace pin. That's what's going to keep your middle rail, your cross rail, from drifting. A lot of people will use screws or nails instead of this, and they'll just toenail it in, but they're too small, they'll rust, and the wood rots, and they just rely on biting into that wood. This doesn't rely on biting into that wood. It goes straight from the center of one rail into the side of the bracing a fence properly is triangles because they're an inflexible shape. So you take a piece of this high tensile wire. You can use low carbon wire. This is just what I have a lot of, and it works really well. We're gonna make a loop from the top corner, actually, on the gate side, over here.
You threw me for a loop, and we're making a loop.
So we're gonna come from the top side here. So wherever the pressure is gonna be pulling, we wanna anchor the top side of that post. So if it's the end of a fence line, or if it's where a gate's gonna hang or something like that, then you're gonna wanna put the top end of your wire loop at that side. So we're gonna secure that wire here. We're gonna go down at an angle to the bottom of the other post. And we're gonna put this ratchet tensioner right here in line there so we can tighten it up. Now we're not going to be able to tighten it very much right now because we just set these posts. So don't crank on these because this will pull your post right out of the ground, okay? So don't crank on these until your concrete is set, but you can have it all set up and ready to go so that for us on Friday when we come back to put the wire and the gate up here, it'll be ready to go and we can just tighten it down then. So let's throw the tension wire on here and we'll move on to the next step. So I'm going to take one of these staples and drive it in right here. This is a tiny little staple. There's almost nothing to it, but what it's gonna do is help that wire keep it from slipping up and down while I get it strung in the proper spot. So it's not gonna do a whole lot, but it is really important. You can use a staple of any size. Wow.
Nature.
Okay, anyway, here we go. I like to do it kind of right where, ow, zapped again, right where the cross piece is, or just a little above. Always put your, I just like poked myself in the eye. Always put your eye protection on. Thread it through our bottom staple here and back towards the other one. There we go. But I'm going to pass it through this little loop here, give it a nice sharp kink right there, and then a zillion times. It's okay. Everybody does. Keep wrapping and keep your hand as far as you can out of the way of that end because it'll cut you. You could use gloves, but I ain't no girl. Makes a nice clean wrap there. But seriously, this will slice you. It'll get you good. I'm gonna take the other end that's right at eye level, but I've got my safety glasses on, so it doesn't matter. And pull it down through and find roughly middle. All right, and then take my nippers and I'm gonna cut right there and then get right in on this. This is important, okay? So I'm gonna rotate the ratchet until those holes are 90 degrees to the wire line that I'm going for, and then I'm gonna stick the end in there and kink it. Okay, so there you go. Okay,
this is moving quite a bit.
Yeah, so there's not any real pressure on those posts yet, but it's in line with where it's gonna go. This is our basic fence brace structure, and this is gonna be super, super strong. So we've created a triangle up here with this wire pulling against that post, which transfers the pressure to this piece and pushes against that one. And then the base here is being pulled this direction, which is going to push the top that direction and again be pulled by that one. Physics.
Physics.
I think. It's not physics, it might be chemistry. We'll do chemistry next episode. All I got for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. You should start to subscribe because we're going to keep making videos. And so if you just kind of like are out there watching our videos then and not subscribing, then we're not going to care what videos you want us to make. But if you subscribe, then I will pay attention to your comments and we'll make videos that you want to watch.